So once again, CBC politics, and you love playing the politics, huh? CBC, Scheer, and hey, for you conservatives, like I say, look at the fucking piece of shit that you decided to elect. You had the opportunity to put Maxime Bernier as in the lead position, right? To reinvent what Canadian conservatism is all about. But now you want to go the safe route. Why? Why? That's not very safe after all. And like I say, let time play out and you'll see. Hey, you've given Trudeau another leg up for next election. Is that what was that done on purpose? Right? Is that statism thing where you crossing party lines? Is that what we're seeing here today? Hey, we'll benefit anyways, right? So keep it going, right? I don't know. Anyways, headline: Andrew Scheer won't grant interviews to the Rebel under current editorial direction. Conservative leader latest to distance himself from Ezra Levant's website. So all this is telling me is Scheer's a fucking coward, man. He's trying to play that progressive fucking conservative narrative. He's trying to go along with the status quo in the establishment media. And, I mean, Rebel media, I don't agree with everything Ezra Levant stands for, but hello? Diversity, right? It's a diverse opinion in comparison and contrast to the dominant narrative put forth presented by the establishment media in Canada. But like I said, in Canada, you're not even allowed to have any biases outside of what the dominant narrative is by the established media and the established politicians. And this is what? Let's call it Exhibit A, right? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A. Conservative leader Andrew Scheer won't grant further interviews to Rebel media if the outlet's editorial direction remains as it is, he said at an event for supporters in British Columbia on Wednesday evening. The website, founded by conservative activist Ezra Levant, has come under fire since last week's rally of white nationalists in Charlottesville, Virginia, culminating in violence and an attack on counter-demonstrators that left one woman dead and several other injured. Faith Goldie, a correspondent for The Rebel, was in Charlottesville covering the rally and counter-protest. And CBC, in another article, they're trying to talk, they called Faith Goldie an alt-righter. I mean, look at her. Like I said, this kind of hit piece, bullshit, sensationalized tabloid-style media, fucks. They're even showing that the conservatives are willing to go along. You sold yourself up the river by voting for this piece of shit Scheer. Really. All you conservatives even, especially if you're white and nationalists, which, hello, where else do you fall into other than a lot of fucking people in the military and police? Yeah, you're white, a lot of you, and you're fucking nationalists, and you fucking voted for fucking Scheer? You fucking put Scheer in power? Really, though? Worst mistake you could have ever made, because Scheer's just a fucking piece of shit progressive flying under the radar or pretending that he's some fucking kind of conservative. Which, I mean, just look at the guy. He looks like a prepubescent teen, but a very tall one, all right? This is your strong man that you put in charge? This is your man that you want to fall behind? This is your leader of choice? Really? Holy fuck. As if Hitler wasn't pathetic enough. I mean, Hitler looks like the kind of guy, if you look at him, if you look at his stature and what he is, it looks like if you had a good-sized booger, you could flick it out your nose and knock the fucking guy over. But hey, I digress. National Socialists and people that fucking fall for this shit, look at this fucking crap. This is what you want, is it? Really? Man, I have way too much pride as a human being, as a man, to not only do I not support political rulers, because I'm not a serf, subject, or slave to anybody, to no ruling class, to no man. First and foremost, I want you to know that. But if I was dumb enough to subject myself or subjugate myself to some leader, some ruler, it sure as fuck wouldn't be this piece of shit. I mean, come the hell on. Anyways, yeah, I know I'm going on a tirade there, but hello. Like all Canadians, I viewed the events of last weekend with a great deal of disgust at the types of vile comments that were being made by hate groups, Scheer told reporters following a Conservative Party event in Langley, BC, Wednesday evening. Yeah, catering, right? Hey, he's a politician first and foremost, apparently. And I think there is a fine line between reporting the facts and giving some of these groups a platform of any kind of legitimacy. or any kind of legitimacy. Like I said, I hope a lot of you Canadians, like I say, especially you people that are truly conservatives and are all about law and order and police and military, I hope you realize people in your family sold you the fuck out, didn't they? To support this piece of shit. You might want to hold them to account, right? I've got a positive vision, and I want to get that positive vision out in a positive way and talk to people in a way that talks about issues and brings people together. Holy fucking politician. Politician. Bullshit fucking platitudes is what you're hearing now, right? Under the guise of altruism and, oh, I just care about they, and you know, it's all bullshit. But yet, this is the kind of crap you want to support. Have some fucking principles. Have some gumption. Have some metal, man. Stand firm and for something. If you're not willing to stand for something, then you're willing to fucking kneel for everything, right? Jesus. Then get the fuck on your knees where you belong. So as long as the editorial direction of that particular institution remains as it is, I won't be granting those types of interviews. Because you probably know maybe someone in the Rebel would call you out from your own fucking progressivism, from your own bullshit, from your own lies, from your own rhetoric, for selling conservatives up the river, right? Real conservatives, real limited government types, right? Yeah, oh, I know you don't want to be held to account. Oh, you don't want, and they're just words, man. They just be asking you questions, right? But you don't want to give them a platform. You don't want to have to answer those tough questions, I guess, huh? Wimp. Once again, he's showing he's even a fucking wimp, a wussy. Good choice, conservatives. Not. Anyways, as per usual, I'll put a link to this article in the description of the video below. But yeah, like I say, conservatives, you people that are what you would consider conservatives politically, you were sold up the river. You were sold a bill of goods that's like, sorry, it got damaged in transportation, in transition. Sorry about that, folks. Sounds a little bit political, doesn't it? So much fail. So much fail. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.